43 million children around the world suffer from acute malnutrition. About 12.2 million are affected by its most severe form, severe acute malnutrition, according to UNICEF and the World Health Organization. This figure is widely underestimated, and according to a recent publication, it should actually be doubled. By weakening their immune systems, malnutrition makes children less resistant and more vulnerable to diseases such as pneumonia, malaria, and tuberculosis. Nearly 1 in 2 children under the age of 5 who die worldwide also suffered from malnutrition. It is therefore the leading cause of child mortality worldwide. These are staggering figures, yet simple treatments exist that could cure millions of children. So what is the problem? To understand, we need to go back to the beginning of the story. The primary cause of malnutrition is structural: poverty, significant social and economic inequalities, and inadequate food systems, such as when food stocks run out before the new harvest, particularly in areas exposed to significant climate fluctuations, such as the Sahel. Other factors, which are cyclical, also contribute to malnutrition: conflicts, forced population displacement, and extreme weather events. Malnutrition is as old as the world itself, but science took a very long time to take an interest in it. The first effective treatments were not developed until the early 1990s. At that time, a severely malnourished child had to be hospitalized for an average of 1 month and fed therapeutic milk, F100. This required huge pediatric hospitalization services, which were expensive and difficult to manage. 1/3 of families left the hospital before the end of treatment, which was not adapted to the number of malnourished children. The revolution came in the late 1990s with ready-to-use therapeutic foods. These pastes use the same formula as F100 milk, but are packaged in sachets, making them easy to transport and store, ready to eat, eliminating the need for clean drinking water or cooking, appealing to children, and highly concentrated, with more than 20 vitamins and minerals and 500 kilocalories per nearly 100 grams. Treatment can now be carried out at home. Only 10% of children, the most severe cases, need to be hospitalized, usually for just a few days. The protocols used became an international standard in 2007 when they were adopted by UNICEF and the World Health Organization. They were gradually being implemented in most countries where many children are affected by malnutrition. In Niger in 2009, Médecins Sans Frontières teams treated more than 86,000 children suffering from severe acute malnutrition using ready-to-use therapeutic foods. The second revolution concerns diagnosis. Until the mid-2000s, a child's nutritional status was assessed by measuring their weight and height, which required equipment and several people. That's when the upper arm circumference measurement came along. This small plastic bracelet measures the circumference of the arm and simply indicates a child's nutritional status. Widely used since 2010, it enables parents to monitor their children's nutrition at home. However, malnutrition remains understudied today. This is the case, for example, with kwashiorkor, a form of acute malnutrition that causes edema and skin lesions, the causes of which are not always clear. The MSF Foundation, which carries out medical innovation projects, is currently working on the OptiMilk F60 project in collaboration with a specialized research center in Bangladesh. The goal is to improve the composition of the current therapeutic milk for severe acute malnutrition by adding micronutrients that act on cell activity. This would make it possible to better treat kwashiorkor. If the results of this first phase are positive, further studies will be conducted in the areas where MSF teams work, with the hope of being able to use it from 2030 onwards. However, despite this progress, the majority of malnourished children are still not receiving treatment. The crux of the matter is money. Until recently, half of all malnutrition treatments were provided by the United States. The dismantling of the U.S. Agency for International Development has jeopardized access to treatment in several countries. This is especially true since other public donors, such as Germany, Great Britain, and France, are not compensating for this loss and are even withdrawing their support. As a result, funding and care are collapsing. To secure this funding, innovative solutions must be found. The vital care of children suffering from acute malnutrition can no longer depend on political goodwill or be sacrificed on the altar of budget cuts. For example, Many countries have a tax on beverages with added sugar. In France alone, a 1-cent increase per drink would generate more than €100 million per year. In total, treating 20 million children suffering from a severe acute malnutrition worldwide would cost $2 billion. If the soda tax were extended to other high-income countries, it would cover the entire cost of the necessary treatment. Without urgent action, we risk seeing a catastrophic setback of several decades in the fight against malnutrition. The survival of millions of children is at stake. Inaction is not an option.